welcome to Legoland, my first trip for the 2019 season. So today I am joined with Tom, who is driving us here. So it'll be interesting to see what we've got here today at the park. Right, so if you look carefully down here, you can actually see a new building for the Haunted House ride. This actually won't be open yet because this isn't open until about mid-April. But yeah, not too sure on the back warehouse. It's a shame they couldn't have themed it up. On the other hand though, they have painted up Viking river splashes like a watery blue kind of colour, and I personally think it looks a lot better than the sort of chocolatey brown colour they used to have. And as you might have seen earlier on, they have done a noticeable refit to the beginning area, and I think that does look a lot better. Not sure on the actual scanners in the entrance bit, because it did seem a bit slower, but I suppose today is an off-peak day, so I'll have to see what it's like another time when I come visit. They seem to be branded this, the movie shop. The movie maker is currently closed, but you've got over here Lego movie stuff, which is awesome. I do see a lot of that stuff at the moment for some reason. Got a lot of these poly bags. They look like there's one or two. They look like they're solo ones, so they look interesting. Got more of the brick heads. I do want the porg though. I think the porg is pretty cool. I've already got the Tatooine and I've got Vader. I don't think I've got Leia though, so I might want to get Leia. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be leaving this trip empty-handed, because there is just so much stuff they've got here. Oh, and Captain Marvel over there. Not a bad looking set, to be fair. And you've got the original Samuel L. Jackson. He was actually had some CGI effects done to him to make him look younger, because the film was actually based in the 90s. And then over here, this is quite cool. They've actually done like a diorama exhibition, whatever you want to call it, of the Lego movie. Now, I've seen the Lego movie already, and I think it's an absolutely fantastic film. And Pocketberg there, I'm pretty sure it's a bigger version of the actual set that they used. I did prefer the first film, but I did also enjoy the second one a lot as well. And it carries on the story really well. Bricksburg. And above here, you've got all their, like the bus. They took them away for a few years, but they brought them back recently, which is great to see. I do miss the Crown Jewels, because before Star Wars Land opened, they used to have like an exhibition here called the Crown Jewels that was here for quite a few years, where it had like things based off the royal family. But I suppose at least they've started it up nicely. It does look better than what they had there before, to say the least. Yeah, blockheads don't seem to be singing today, it's a shame, but maybe they'll be singing later. Now over here, there used to be the Space Tower ride. About a couple of years ago, they actually ripped it out. We don't really know why they ripped it out, but we believe it's down to capacity issues. Looks like the welcome show started, so get down to Miniland. Now, this is, yeah, they've done a few updates here. Interesting. I think they could do with more advertising, with you know, promoting jobs at Legoland, if you ask me. There doesn't seem to be much of that around here at the moment. I think this used to be Wembley, but they put Windsor Castle here. Better than nothing. Good to see the guys tidying up. Right, I don't know what this is, but it looks like they're putting something here. I can't remember what it used to be. I'm hoping it wasn't like an old Miniland scene or something. But, you know, I don't just say what it's here for. It's like, whatever you do, just don't put one of those HP-legged stands in there. That would be a massive shame. Because I love this whole area, how green it is, and it's like I am going to say Legoland has lost some of its greenery over the years. Yes, I understand the park needs to expand and it doesn't have a lot of land to expand on, but you know, just try and keep the area looking nice and presentable. That's all I say. I don't think I've ever seen Legoland this quiet. This is amazing. So yeah, Fairy Tale Brook there, got a new sign, looks adequate I suppose. Word is. Hans Christian Andersen makes me excited because very soon I'm going to Copenhagen with Louise. I think it's the smallest queue I've seen this like that for years, if ever. It just goes to show, you know, if you're lucky and you go on these off-peak days, you can get some really quiet little to make queues. Hopefully I haven't jinxed it. Oh, there we go, getting a bit congested there. A bit like the M25 earlier on today. From the creators of Darren Brown's Ghost Train Ninjago comes the Haunted House Monster Park. Yeah, shame about the warehouse on site. Look at that stunning thing. It's just like Phantom Manor in Disneyland. It's like, you know, you could bear... I'm struggling to see the wide area here. It's like, I don't know about you. I'll think about it when I look at that vampire, which is across this steel thing. And here's another view, if you haven't seen already, for the Haunted House Monster Party Warehouse. Yeah, basically it's going to be like some kind of rave because clearly it's an old warehouse of some kind. The pathway's closed, by the way. You're looking the wrong way. It's behind you. Oh, okay, I get it, you don't want to look up the warehouse. Well, I was thinking of getting some Mr. Catchinson's fish and chips, but it's actually closed, so that's a shame. Just have riding Squid Surfer. It was like Squid Surfer, so pretty good really. And over here we've got a second hotel. I stayed in the Legoland, the main hotel, that one down there, recently. That was nice. Definitely past my expectations, and they were very good there. Now this year Legoland has said they've spent a fair bit of money on upkeep and maintaining stuff, which is great to see. And one of those things is the Laser Raiders exterior. It looks much better in my opinion, and looks rather nice and stylish and different. I can do Laser Raiders, by the way, if you hadn't guessed it already. Yeah, Laser Raiders is a bit better. There's no surprise that actually nothing has really changed inside the ride itself, which I wasn't expecting to either. Not a bad little shoot dart ride, but I did notice there were some issues with the guns today, which is a shame. Good ride. So now we are going to do Ninjago The Light, also known as Xbox 360 The Ride, or Geese to Rickshaw Jargo. Let's go in. It's a shame at the warehouse really.
Right, let's go from the track. What is it?
Just done Ninjago The Ride. It was okay, but it is a shame to see that some bits and pieces of the ride are already starting to look worn and torn. So for today's lunch, I have a bacon double XL burger, which looks, there it is, looks alright I suppose. Nothing bad, nothing terrible, but we'll find out. It's all in the taste. And we've got some chips over here. I'll let you know what it's like. £10.49 at full price, so a little bit pricey, but I've got annual pass discount, which makes it a little bit better. Yeah, so my burger was acceptable. It was nothing amazing, but it wasn't dreadful either. I'm not too sure on the mozzarella sticks though, they were a bit strange. Chips are okay, just a bit average really. So I give that an acceptable rating of 6 out of 10. Heartfuls, in case I haven't noticed already, it's closed. I get the impression this might not be on today for some reason, I don't know why, but I've heard they're doing some work on it. One thing they have done is they've made, I feel like they've made this fence higher, which is surprising really. The parks are doing that a lot, but I guess safety first obviously. The good old castle of Castleland, although I think it's just called Knights Kingdom now. Went through a time when it was actually called Nexo Knights Kingdom, but I think it's just Knights Kingdom now. Can't believe this area's been open 21 years now. Absolutely unbelievable. I don't know if it's my imagination, but it feels like this area has been given at least over here anyway, given a nice good clean up, which is great because it did need it, and it looks nice, and it has done the last few years, which is nice to see. Also looks nicer as well. I mean, the castle itself could do a bit of a clean, I'm honest with you, but the models look generally much cleaner, which is nice. I'm pretty sure they've replaced the flags as well, because they've gone through quite a few different flags over the years. Yeah, they've done some repainting around here, and they've got some new like turrets, which is nice, good to say brick built as well. But most importantly, they've actually got a new sign. Doesn't look too bad, and it's one of their better newer signs. I mean, the old Lego Star sign used to be great, but this is quite nice, I'd say, and I like the sparkly effect on it. It moves some of the theming there. I'll talk to you about that in a second. So the Dragon was built in 1998 by WGH Transportation. So it was 2 years after the park opened and a year before the Dragon's Apprentice opened. Oh blimey, then move some of these out. But it's making me really sad because until like last year, they used to have loads of models in here, like a cackling witch and a cat, and they used to have sound effects, but they've since whipped them out, which is a shame. It's like, it's honestly the little details that make something great. And they've done the same thing here as well, because they used to have like the wizard. Am I imagining things, or did I just hear the wizard? At least we've got the sound effects back, but I need to get the wizard back in there.
Good luck to you. I hope you prove yourselves as the greatest of all heroes in the Night's Kingdom.
The Dragon's Lair. So, I've just been on the Dragon, and yeah, I still enjoy it for what it is. It's still a classic, Legoland classic, and it's one of the rides that I love from my childhood. But one of the things that makes me really sad is seeing a few bits and pieces whipped off and not replaced on the ride. And one of those features is this. A long time ago, you used to be able to like go over here and watch the ride in action. And now they've replaced all this, but they did make it go all the way to there. And I very much doubt they'd replace all of it. So this is really sad. You've lost a great view of the Dragon, and it's not really the big things that make rides great, it's like the little things. It was just always nice, you know, for people to go and watch people on the ride, or maybe watch their family and friends on the ride, and with this here now, you can't really do that. So, massive shame. Yeah, so they repainted the blue on the rapids, which is nice, but it does seem like at the moment it may not be open because I'm not really hearing or seeing much action on there. Looking a little bit dead. Absolute dry, more dry than a Portaventura feed. Yep, looks like it's closed today. I don't know what's wrong with it, but let's hope they can fix it soon, because it's always nice getting a ride on the rapids. It's difficult to see, but they've actually, the Land of the Viking sign's been repainted. It's got more of a bluish colour to it. It looks much nicer, I think. And I think they've done the fencing up here as well, so get to still see the models nice and clearly, which is nice. So now we're going into the Star Wars Miniland walkthrough. This opened in 2012 and has had a couple of extensions and updates since opening as well, which includes the minifigure scenes and also the Death Star finale at the end. It's replaced the former Rocket Racers attraction which existed in the park.
Security violation in section 7.
Episode 3. Hello there, General Kenobi. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. You underestimate my power. Ride number 3 shut, Skyrider, and this is the original one. Seems to be quite a few rides shut today, which is a bit disappointing. Okay, so we've been here today and it's a 4th ride shut. I don't know what's up with it, but I do need to sort it out because 4th ride shut is pretty bad. I know it's an off-peak day, but still, if someone's coming here only like once a year or maybe once in a life, you know, that's not a great first impression, even though these things do happen. Well, that was an interesting experience. We've just been evac'd from the Ninjago ride because it had a shutdown.
Always the pirate's crew. Always the pirate's crew. Sail into adventure. Getting lost at the sea. Now we're home from battle to cheer a victory. Terrible red light, turn back for right away. So raise the blood and crossbows for the pirates of skeleton men. Closer. The big bad boss wants that sword. Oh no! Now the pirate captain has a sword! He controls my crew!
All those that serve me, say I.
Fruity! What did I mean? Fruity, get that sword! Gotcha! On my way!
No! Constant! Billy, get him!
Right, so done quite a few rides on the Dragon today, actually just 3 in a row just now, which was great and fun. Really enjoyed that. So today's total on the Dragon front has been 6 rides. Also done the Pirates of Skeleton Bay stunt show. Yeah, can't remember the name of the new one, but that was okay. I think I still prefer the old one, but it was still entertaining enough. And yeah, I think we might do another ride. If not, it doesn't really matter because we've done quite a lot today. I would say it's a massive shame that the water rides have been shut today. So today marks the end of Legoland 2019, my first theme park trip of the 2019 season. Highlights, getting all those wee rides on Dragon, getting my stuff from the shop, and generally the park's been good. Presentation in most cases has been improved. I mean, in some areas that is not. I think the castle needs some work, and the Haunted Monster House. I don't like the look of the warehouse. They'll probably never sort it out, but apart from that, I like what they've done with some of the other little changes, like updating the beginning area, the Viking River splash colour changes, and other little touch-ups throughout the park. Most of the staff have been very good today, so good to see that. Made my day very exciting. And low lights, obviously Pirate Falls, Viking River Splash, Raft Races and Skyrider all shut today, and coincidentally 3 of those are water rides, which is a bit disappointing. I hope they're not doing budget cuts, because I'd be extremely disappointed if they are, because 2 of those are very major attractions. Anyways, I'll probably be back here when they open a brand new Monster Party ride. Maybe I will check that out, we'll have to see. But until then, this is Matt Creek tweaking out for Legoland March 2019. Bye bye. I don't think you guys have seen enough views of the Monster House warehouse party, so I thought I'd show you another view here anyway. Yeah, got a rave going on, that's the disco room, yeah.